It is time for the Milwaukee Bucks to start the rebuild and ship Giannis Antetokounmpo to the Golden State Warriors. Giannis to the Warriors just makes too much sense for both teams. The Bucks start the season struggling at 4-8, while in the Western Conference, the Golden State Warriors are sitting at 9-2 and second in the West. And the Warriors also have massive wins over not only the Dallas Mavericks, but the Boston Celtics. Giannis earlier this season has also hinted at possibly a trade happening this year, and with the Warriors championship window closing, why not go and add the two-time MVP? It took 59 points from Giannis just for the Bucks to beat the Pistons in overtime. Yeah, the Detroit Pistons, and Milwaukee was at home. Now, I understand that Damian Lillard was not playing last night, but I looked at the box score. DeLon Wright played 26 minutes. Taurean Prince, 44 minutes. What year are we in? We are in 2024. Why are these old veterans getting valuable playing time? Well, let me tell you why. Roster construction is an all-time low for the Milwaukee Bucks. And obviously, the Bucks' future is up in the air. Chris Middleton not getting any younger. Damian Lillard not getting any younger. And they really don't have any young, bright pieces to kind of like move to when they're gone. They're supposed to be in contending team right now with Chris Middleton, Damian Lillard, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. And to me, right now, this season, they're wasting Giannis Antetokounmpo's prime. So you could obviously blame Doc Rivers, and most people do. He's always a scapegoat, always blame the coach. But for me, I blame their front office. I understand trying to upgrade from Jrue Holiday to Damian Lillard, but why fix something that isn't broken? This was the core team that they won a championship with. Now, I understand Brook Lopez is aging. Chris Middleton cannot stay healthy. But the defense of Jrue Holiday, Brook Lopez, and Giannis Antetokounmpo on the core together obviously won them a championship. And the pairing of Damian Lillard and Giannis Antetokounmpo just has not worked for this Milwaukee Bucks team. Now, it's only been about a year and a quarter, but still, it's just not working. Stop wasting Giannis's prime. Now, if you want to keep Giannis, go and trade for players that are going to make a difference. You've been shopping Brook Lopez for 3 years, go trade his ass. You want to bring in Damian Lillard because he's a three-point shooter to pair with Giannis? Bring in other three-point shooters that are not named Taurean Prince. Clearly, Damian Lillard and Giannis Antetokounmpo cannot carry this load for the Milwaukee Bucks, so something needs to break. Insert the Golden State Warriors. Now, the Warriors are rolling 9-2 at the top of the Western Conference. I didn't think this was coming at all. And not only that, Steph Curry, you look like an MVP, Steph Curry. You're going absolutely bananas. Despite losing Klay Thompson in free agency, this team looks better than last season. With players like Trayce Jackson-Davis and especially Buddy Hield, who low-key might win 6th Man of the Year this year, absolutely playing out of their mind, this Dubs team can make a serious run at the NBA title. Now, the point I'm trying to make here is the Dubs have a lot of youth on their bench. Those names include Brandon Podziemski, Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody, and Trayce Jackson-Davis. Now, I believe if you pair one of those, maybe even two of those players with Andrew Wiggins' contract, you have a little magic happening in the trade market. Now, can you even think of a world where Giannis and Steph are on the same team? Because I can, and it would terrorize the league for 3 to 4 years. You see, the Warriors are living in the world where their window was closing, and the Bucks are living in the world where they thought this was the window and it's just not working. The Dubs should capitalize on the youth they have with Steph Curry, and the Bucks should capitalize with Giannis Antetokounmpo and rebuilding. You see, Golden State did not extend Jonathan Kuminga when they had the chance. That makes me believe they are going to ship him out in a trade for a superstar. And obviously, Golden State's going to have to add first-round picks, but does that really matter when you have Giannis for probably the rest of his career? No, it doesn't. Let's get into the trade details. Now, realistically, here's what I think it would take for Giannis Antetokounmpo to be acquired by the Golden State Warriors. A, the Bucks have to continue to lose and play bad. If the Bucks get hot, Giannis is not going to want to leave, and the Milwaukee Bucks franchise isn't going to want to ship him out. B, the Golden State Warriors have to be playing at the level they are playing at right now, staying at a 1 to 3 seed in the Western Conference. And if all of that happens, here's the package that the Golden State Warriors should send to the Milwaukee Bucks for two-time MVP, one-time champ, Finals MVP, Giannis. The first player will be Andrew Wiggins because of his ginormous salary. The second player has to be Jonathan Kuminga. It just has to. The third player will be D'Anthony Melton, as he's averaging $12 million on his salary. And the last player as a fill-in will be Guy Santos. The salaries work. Now, here are the first-round picks that will have to be included. A first-round pick from this year, 2025, and next year, 2026, and 2 more future firsts, one from 2029 and one from 2031. This will intrigue the Bucks because Steph Curry will probably not be a Golden State Warrior in 2029 and 2031. Now, there is also an argument where Brandon Podziemski needs to be added in this trade, and if I'm the Warriors, I'm pulling the trigger on that too. I understand, Warriors fans, Pods is probably your future, and you probably love him as a player. But to acquire Giannis Antetokounmpo, it's going to take some heavy heavy negotiating. So if Pods is a difference maker, you have to pull the trigger. You have to make that trade. And it works for both teams. The Warriors get Giannis Antetokounmpo and expand their championship window, and the Bucks get an absolute haul for Giannis, and the rebuilding process starts now. The starting five for the Warriors is actually looking pretty good if they trade for Giannis, with their starting five looking like Steph at the 1, Pods at the 2, Moses Moody at the 3, Draymond at the 4, and Giannis at the 5. Yes, they would play Giannis at the 5, with a decent bench of Buddy Hield and Trayce Jackson-Davis. This is definitely a good team and definitely can contend in the Western Conference and even for an NBA championship. And for the Bucks, in 5 years, I think you'll be another contender for the NBA championship. You'll be off of Damian Lillard and Chris Middleton's contracts. You'll have a young superstar to develop in Jonathan Kuminga, and you'll have a plethora of first-round picks to use at your disposal. I don't know. This is my rant. I really think Giannis should go to the Warriors. It only makes sense for both teams. Let me know down below what you guys think and if both teams should do this trade. I think it's good for the Dubs and good for the Bucks. And if you stay for this long, please hit the subscribe button. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers. I'll see you later. Peace.